Heat will rob your horsepower, bad weather will screw up your traction, and the roads that you choose will also affect your traction. And when testing your car, you kind of want to obviously get the best times possible. So I'm going to give you 3 things to keep in mind when you're actually testing your car so that you can get the best time possible. The first thing would be the weather. You don't really want to do any kind of testing right after bad weather, whether that's rain, snow, or during bad weather. The traction is going to be awful, and so your launches are not going to be very good, resulting in pretty bad times. So weather would be the number 1 thing. Number 2 is the road that you're testing on. Now, I don't have a track around me, I don't have a drag strip around me, so I have to find a road that has these things. Number 1, they're pretty much freshly pavement. They have very little sand, rocks in them, and very few cracks in the road. You definitely want the road traction to be at its best. And the hardest part is trying to find a road like that in a relatively quiet or low traffic area, because you really don't want to be ripping down a road from 0 to 100, 0 to 60, and have a car pulling out of their driveway. So, you definitely want a road that's a little bit more on the private side. Then the third factor is the temperature outside. Now, for me, testing in 80-degree weather, 90-degree weather is not going to result in optimal times. Your engine's going to get hot, and it's not good to get your engine all worked up. So you want to test either early morning or late afternoon. If you really have the time, you can test at night, and that is really the coolest time to test. You want the temperature to be pretty much in the 60s when you're testing, if you can. This way your engine is grabbing nice cool air, and cool air is a little bit more dense, so when it goes into the engine, the combustion is a little bit better, and you'll get better performance. So those are some factors for anybody that is looking to test out their car and some of the modifications that they're doing to their car. Heat will rob your horsepower, bad weather will screw up your traction, and the roads that you choose will also affect your traction and launches. So, keep that in mind when you're out there, plugging away and testing your 0 to 60s and your whatever times you're trying to achieve. Those are 3 major components to getting some really good test results.